Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ajman, 7 Districts Malek Stadium for the Emirates D10 2023 powered by FanCode. It's game number 2. Ajman taking on the Emirates Reds in cricket's fastest format. Let's not waste any time. Let's go down to Mudassir Ali, who's with the 2 captains for the toss.
It's toss time, game number 2, Ajman taking on Emirates Reds. I have the captains of both the sides, Adnan ul Mulk for Ajman and Clint Birkinshaw for Emirates Reds. And most importantly, we do have our match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali. Home side is Ajman, so Adnan will flip the coin. Heads has been called by Clint and it came down as...
It is head.
Clint, lucky with the toss. What have you decided and why?
We'll have a bowl first. I think it's best for the boys to have a bit of a bowl just to get the nervous energy out because it's our first game as a group. So I get to have a look at the guys as well. So luckily we've got another game later, so if we have to change it from there, we'll change it from there.
And looking at the surface, what kind of total you want to chase here?
Hey, it's T10 cricket, so we'll have to just get a close to 100. 100 would be really a good total for us.
And tell us about the combination of the side. How many fast bowlers are you going in?
We're going through 2 seamers, 2 all-rounders and a couple spinners, so we've got bits and bobs of everything.
All the best and do well.
Thank you very much.
Adnan, happy to bat first?
Yeah, pretty happy with that. That's okay. Because first game of the tournament, so we would like to bat first and get gel everybody quickly.
And what kind of total you want to post at this venue?
120. We'll try to aim for that. I think that's a pretty good score because when it comes batting or bowling second, we'll make it difficult to chase that.
So the news from the centre is that Clint Birkinshaw, the captain of Emirates Reds, winning the toss and he has opted to bowl first.
Thank you, Mudassir Ali. News from the centre, then Emirates Reds captain Clint Birkinshaw winning the toss and deciding to field first. Those are the 2 lineups. Then Ajman, Abdul Shakur, Adnan Mulk, Ankur Sangwan, Isam Mathur Rab, Harshid Kaushik, Maruf Bhabe, Muhammad Ajmal, Muhammad Ismail, Muzammil Qasim, Shiraz Pia and Yuvraj Barwa. Very strong and very consistent looking Ajman lineup. And for the Emirates Reds, it's Abdullah Kayani, Abhinav Vishnu, Akasha Tahir, Ashwant Valtappa, Clint Birkinshaw, the captain Danny Pawson, Muhammad Salman, Neil Hegde, Kamar Hussain, Udish Suri and Osama Parker. A very inexperienced side, the Emirates Reds, but it's a side selected by players who've done really well in domestic cricket. Talking about domestic cricket, the encyclopedia of domestic cricket right next to me, Shoaib Ahmed. Shoaib, welcome.
Thank you, Abdul Rahman, for your kind words.
I'm paid to do that.
Yes, it's a different 2 teams that we are witnessing here. One is a very experienced, settled side. The other one is always capable of surprising you with raw talent. And that is why Emirates Reds, you will see quite a few new faces in their playing 11. Clint Birkinshaw, although is not new in terms of his contributions or his experience, but he definitely adds value to that playing 11. First ball, Abdul Shakur has played that straight back to Abdullah, a misfield, and first runs on the board.
Abdul Shakur will be happy that he's gotten off the mark quickly. He's usually troubled by spin early on. Abdullah Kayani coming back into the Emirates Red side after a very strong domestic performance. A lot of domestic cricket going on here in the UAE. He was the top wicket taker in a tournament in the ICC Academy, and that is one of the reasons why he's been selected for the Emirates Reds. Runners up in the last D10 edition, if I'm not mistaken, the Emirates Red side, led by Clint Birkinshaw. Oh, is that straight in front? Yes, it is. This is exactly what I was talking about, Shoaib. The challenge for Abdul Shakur against spin early on does not read the length, goes on the back foot and is hit right in front of the stumps. First blow for the Emirates Reds.
Well, yes, I think the move has worked for Emirates Reds. Abdullah Kayani coming in to bowls that one flatter, quicker on the back foot, and clearly that was going to hit the stumps. So good call from Asif Iqbal, the umpire, and first wicket down for Ajman. It's 2 for 1 as Abdul Shakur walks back after scoring 1 run.
Another hard-hitting batter coming in, Mohammad Ajmal at number 3. In the longer formats, D20, D50 usually bats 5 or 6. You only have 10 overs. Best to send out your biggest hitters early. But what a wicket there for Abdullah Kayani. Abdullah, Clint, Birkinshaw and Danny Pawson all play for the same club. So they know each other really well. And Clint knows the strengths of Abdullah Kayani, and that is bowling with the new ball.
Nicely driven, but straight to the fielder. Too full from Abdullah on that occasion. And a hesitant push by Ajmal.
That was Danny Pawson at extra cover. Oh, wild hoik there. Akasha Tahir with the direct hit. No, he didn't needed that. He needed a direct hit to get the wicket. And he's missed Akasha.
Not the best of throws, I would say. A difficult collect for the keeper. However, a single has been taken. Ajmal and Adnan both are off the mark. Cuts it straight to point. No run.
Adnan al-Mulk. Again, he's not going to die wondering. Very aggressive in his approach, but a brilliant over. First over comes to an end. Abdullah Kayani giving away only 3 runs and picking up a wicket. Ajman 3 for 1. Well, this is the first wicket to fall then. Short delivery but quick. Abdullah Kayani, if you've not played against him, that will surprise you, because he's very much like a medium pacer rather than a left arm spinner. Quick off the wicket, no turn, and the ball didn't bounce as much as Abdul Shakur was expecting.
Akasha to bowl his first. Some movement and, well, he's walking off. So another wicket. Ajmal, no foot movement, just a flashy drive, and the ball takes the edge of the bat and reaches the keeper. First wicket for Akasha as well.
Oh, Ajman in a lot of trouble early on now. They've lost 2 of their most aggressive batters in the first 7 legal deliveries. It's Ajmal who has to walk back, and Akasha Tahir couldn't have wished for a better start. Swinging away, that's the trademark for Akasha. The outswinger, very full delivery. You'd see something like this in a test match, but in a T10 to get a wicket of a delivery like that, you have to be special. Ajmal 1 of 3. Ajman 3 for 2. Akasha Tahir, he's a special fast bowler. He's been part of the UAE under-19 setup. Was out for almost 2 years, Shoaib, with an injury, a hairline fracture to the hip. And for him to make a comeback like this, well, it's a special story, isn't it? Harshad Kaushik, left-hander, another aggressive batter comes in. First delivery, oh, has it kissed the pads? Yes, it has. And the umpire says no. Lucky to get away with that. Rank half volley on leg stump. And Harshit Kaushik has missed the flick. Short fine leg was in the circle. That's what happens when you lose a wicket early, isn't it?
Yes, very hesitant. And just falling across, Harshit. This time, again, a good delivery. Some movement in the air and wanted to cut that. Very close to cut that ball for Harshit. Now, this is a challenge for him as well. He's a very good batter, but he comes out to bat in the 20 or 50 over format when the ball is not all that new. To be batting against a new ball is a different skill set altogether. Hopefully, Harshit can adapt quickly because Ajman need his services.
Absolutely, very good point there. Likes to start off his innings against the slower bowlers, Harshit. And again, there you can see just short of length, but he's unable to get that swivel pull that he plays really well. And that's, as you said, because the ball is slightly older.
And when he comes out to bat, normally the ball doesn't move so much. This is a new ball. Akasha is making the ball move a lot. Not a big swinger of the ball. However, he's got that one that comes in to the left-handed batter. And that has posed as a serious problem for Harshit so far. Goes for the pull and just falls short. Is it? I think that should have been taken because he got his hands onto it. Just couldn't hold on. Could have been another wicket for Akasha. Not to be.
Oh, that's a body language you can say. Akasha is not happy. It's Mohammad Salman who's dropped the catch. A wicket keeper by trade, Salman. And he's standing at deep square leg. That ball hit into the wind as well. So it was coming much quicker than he anticipated. Got there and just couldn't close his hands in time.
Yeah, that should have been taken. I don't think he got his eyes on the ball when the ball was close to him. And that's a strict no-no. Chance gone down.
Oh, was it another chance there, Shoaib?
Straight back to Akasha. We'll have to wait and watch whether that was a catch or not. However, a very good over from Akasha comes to an end. Just 2 runs off it and a wicket. After 2 overs, Ajman are 5 for 2.
Well, that's the batting card. And I'll tell you what, not a lot of batting to come, is there, Shoaib? Missing the services of Sagar Kalyan. And you can see how big an impact that makes as well to this Ajman lineup. Yuvraj, youngster, not sure if he can bat at 12s or 13s and over.
Yeah, it does look like a thin batting order, thin batting lineup. Not the fireworks that you would normally see in the Ajman lineup. And more so because they are missing the services of Mayank, Sagar Kalyan, Rahul Chopra.
Again, quicker delivery coming into him. And Adnan throwing the kitchen sink at it, getting the inside half of the bat. Asif Khan played for Ajman in the D50 right here in the 7 districts Malek Stadium. That's the chance. Yes, that was an opportunity for a cotton bowl. It's very difficult for a fast bowler to get down from that height. But that goes down as 2 chances of 2 deliveries for Akasha.
Difficult but possible. Should have been a catch. Meanwhile, a big swing and a miss from Harshit. He is feeling the heat and the pressure of this game. Ajman in a very unusual situation at 6 for 2. You don't see that scorecard against Ajman.
Again, the wide delivery, and he's missed out trying to hit that ball a little too hard there, Harshit. Even that swing towards mid-wicket that he missed, you can see he's giving it all that he has and he's missing the ball so far.
Catches the call and beats the 2 fielders at long on and mid-wicket. As the ball crosses the ropes, one hand off the bat, but Harshit has managed to place that in the gap for 4.
Again, no timing on it, but just enough placement and power behind that shot. A la Rishabh Pant, not the execution that he wanted, but he gets a boundary nonetheless.
Again, aerial, goes big and goes the distance as well. That's a very good shot from Harshit. This time the connection, the timing, everything right, and gets enough distance to get 6 runs. Very well played.
Now this time playing with the wind and getting the push that he needed to go over extra cover for a maximum. Not an easy shot to play, but 10 of 2 deliveries and Ajman finally motoring along.
Now he takes a single. And a decent over for Ajman. A comeback over of sorts. 12 runs off it. After 3 overs, it's 17 for 2.
Well, 2 Ajman youngsters, well, one of them wearing the RCB wristband. Can he emulate one of the 2 or 3 batters that RCB has? Likes of Virat Kohli and a certain Glenn Maxwell comes to mind. They wouldn't mind a knock like that.
Well, yes, they would want somebody to perform the way you've just mentioned. Players like those, Maxwell, ABD, Virat Kohli. An auction coming up. Important auction for all IPL teams. That's the field setup now, since the power play overs are done. Well spread out field on the onside.
Yeah, the short fine leg and deep square leg fielders very close in terms of angles, and that's because Harshit Kaushik, he's not going to die wondering. He doesn't play those traditional flicks. He plays the ball in the air, and you probably see that ball go into the hands of that square leg fielder or that fine leg fielder, otherwise into the hands of somebody in the crowd. Neil Hegde coming into bowl had a brilliant D20, highest wicket taker in that edition. Oh, that's a full delivery, almost a perfect Yorker, and I think he's gotten a bit of bat on it. Yeah, no signal from the umpire. Thick outside edge goes down to third man, and Harshit Kaushik gets a single. Well, I would like to see Akasha bowl out over number 2, because he's the kind of bowler who needs the ball hooping around, and when the ball swinging in the air, that new ball, you want to get your best swing bowlers in early. Although you're a fast bowler as well, do you think the ball is impacted as much in 10 overs as it is in 20?
Well, not really. I think the ball does have some wear and tear, but it's not significant. However, having said that, in the same breath, I'd like to add, it also depends on the batters, on how they bludgeon the ball. This one's been hit hard, so if there are a few big hits, that does definitely wear off the shine of the white ball. So it all boils down to how you bowl and how the opposition bats. But overall, in 10 overs, it's difficult to score runs with the new ball, and that is why it's important to have good fast bowlers in your playing 11.
And I think a lot of teams sort of go with those 3 or 4 openers in their top 4 in a T10 game, because that ball isn't getting any older. It's going to be hard, as you said. So an opener by trade would probably be the way to go in terms of the top 4. Another dot ball to Harshit Kaushik. And there you can see Akasha. He's vigorously shining the ball. He wants to keep that one side new whenever he comes in to bowl over number 2. He does have a bit of trouble bowling with the slightly older ball, Akasha. He's a specialist with that new ball. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Neil Hegde. He's young, but he's stocky built. Bowls a heavy ball. And Harshit is just trying to flick it towards square leg to get to the other end. Unable to get a connection.
Yes, Neil has proven to be a valuable asset for his side, even in the D20 format. I remember the Dubai International Stadium was amongst the highest wicket takers. And would want to repeat that performance. As you mentioned, he's young and he's growing in confidence. That's what we've noticed from what we saw him bowl in the D20. And here today, he looks like a more compact bowler and knows what his role is. And that will just get better and better as much as he plays. The more matches he plays, the better he'll get.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this D10 and D20 is going to be the sort of platform that he gets to show what he's capable of. Might go for a few runs, but if he can get you wickets, that is another kind of bowler you need in your armory. Just the 2 runs in the over so far. And a solid drive from Harshit, just 1 run. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant from the Emirates Reds. 3 runs coming off that over. First 4 overs are done and Ajman is at 20 for 2. Abdul Malik padded up as well. Big smile on his face. I'm not sure he's going to be too happy coming into bat.
Good guy. Very animated, always happy. He realized that he's wearing braces, so he stopped smiling.
And he realized this camera is on him for quite some time. He's getting a bit nervous now, getting red, blue, green, all different colors. Clint Birkinshaw, the captain of Emirates Reds, coming in to bowl. His preferred sport is rugby, and you can see why. A big lad, and he's a quick bowler as well.
Yes, just those pure athletes, so to speak, Clint Birkinshaw. He's a fighter. That is what we can relate him to. He's got gentle medium pace. He bats at a very different position. He does bat at the top, bats in the middle. He's a true value add, and that is what you want. You want players with attitude, especially in this format.
Again, just that nagging length, very good bowling. And I'll tell you what, you're calling him medium pace. If he gets hit for a boundary, all of a sudden, her run-up is going to go down a few yards and the pace is going to go up a few yards as well. Played a game against him at the Sevens Cricket Stadium. One of our batters hit him for 6. And after that, it was absolutely carnage from him. Kept coming in and bowling short and quick. Hit somebody on the head as well. Was not happy. And all it took was 1 maximum against his bowling.
That's why you feel that he's such a fighter. He doesn't like to be put down or get aggressive with him. He wants to dominate things. Meanwhile, a valiant effort by Neil with the wrong hand, trying to hold it, but doesn't. And Adnanul Mulk gets another life.
Well, he was trying to do the Ben Stokes, wasn't he? We've seen a few catches like those. Ramesh Shahzad comes to mind as well. Off the wrong hand, in the air. And he's almost pulled off a stunner. Have a look at this. He is a right-hander. Goes with the left hand. And just... Oh, it was the right hand. Beg your pardon. Gets a single now.
A decent bowling so far from Clint. Gave away just 3 runs in his 4 deliveries. Would want to finish off well. A slower delivery from Clint, and Adnan has hit that in the gap towards covers.
4 runs conceded in the over so far. (24 for 2) at almost the halfway stage. This is not a good start for Ajman. It is a brilliant start for Emirates Reds. Can he finish off well here, Clint? He goes for that wide delivery and called so by the umpire. 1 extra run added to the total. Ajman, they'll have to do something special in the last 5. Going across the left-hander, just outside that tram line. This time, targeting the stumps. Oh, there you can see the aggression. Unnecessary in the end. Gives away the single, Clint Birkinshaw. But he's only given away 6 runs in the over. This is a brilliant start from the men in red. Ajman are 26 for 2 at the halfway stage.
Right, then it's going to be the floating power play. Thank you, Abdurrahman and Shoaib. Joining me in the com box is Ali Yunus. Welcome back, Ali.
Thank you very much. Exciting times ahead. I think I've not seen a bowling team do well that much. 5 overs, just 26 runs, 2 wickets to them. They looked good. They've got the variety too.
Yep, absolutely. And just 2 wickets down. That's not a sight you see too often in a T10 game. Harshit Kaushik struggling out there. 18 balls, 17 runs. Adnan Mulk, the captain, also out there. 7 balls, 6 runs for him. So a lot of credit should be given to the men in red who bowled well so far. It's going to be Denny Pawson to come in and bowl. First delivery, that's been smacked, bludgeoned. Has he got the distance? Oh yes, quite easily. That's a maximum to start that over.
Excellent pick-up shot. It's about time that they start hitting more boundaries. This one was in the slot, well picked up. And that area, that cow corner, he fancies that. And if you are looking to hit big, this is the way. Strong base, covering the line, and then that swing of the bat. Perfect for a big hitting shot.
Absolutely. You got a very good point there. That base was very strong.
Absolutely.
And that's what you need when you want to go for those big hits. You need that kind of force behind you. That was a brilliant shot. Harshit Kaushik is a very talented batter. He was struggling, but I think that one shot will give him a lot of confidence.
Definitely. I think looking at Sharjah, what they did in the first game, 130 the score, remember. So they have to match it. Slower one, slower in pace. Good comeback by Danny.
Yeah, that's a very good comeback. And Harshit Kaushik is livid with himself. Remember, this is the floating power play. So they'll have some real estate outside the 30-yard circle. And that's why I think Harshit is not happy with himself. Was there to be hit. Was there to be cut. But just the lack of pace.
Definitely. In this format, if you have variation, then you will be successful. Otherwise, you will definitely struggle. This is nicely driven. Strong shot. Oh, there was a chance, I guess. It went straight to the feeder.
Yeah, that was Neil Hegde there. A fast bowler. Jumping up, but just couldn't hold on to that fingertip stuff there. But nonetheless.
Definitely, it was hit hard. And at this level, oh, just not quite. But the timing of the jump probably not quite there. That's where he missed it. But at this level, I expect them to do it.
Yep, absolutely. You're right. This is the top level cricket here in the UAE. So you would want to put in your best effort. Danny Pawson once again. Good delivery. That hard length we always talk about.
And this is a good comeback after being hit for the 6 on the very first delivery by Danny. I think a couple of singles don't hurt in this format. It's about boundaries, it's about excitement, it's about who hits it big long enough. And we've seen some quality, some excitement already in the first game. But this game, the scores, they're still there. They had this foundation set. but can they convert this to a big one?
Once again, going towards that square leg region, connects it well, but that'll be a boundary. Good shot from Harshit Kaushik. He's trying to put pressure on the bowler.
Yeah, most importantly, he's getting the rhythm also. He started hitting well. That 6, as you mentioned earlier, that will give him a lot of confidence, and you can see that, although not the prettiest of the ways, but he will take it. That swing was there. Not quite where he intended, but he'll definitely look at the disappointment also in his face. He wanted to go towards mid-wicket, but he'll take it. This one is hit in the air. There is a fielder. He can't catch it because it's all the way. Great over for Harshit and Ajman.
Yeah, 18 runs once again. That's the kind of momentum that probably needed. That's a good finish to the over. Remember, it was the power play, floating power play over. That's gone well for Ajman. Some respite there for them. 18 of that over. 6 overs done. 44 for the loss of 2. That's the bowling card so far for the Reds. A couple of wickets each, a wicket each for Abdullah Gyani and Akash Attahir, who's bowled really well. 1 over, just 2 runs. That was a brilliant over. All the other bowlers have done well. I think it's just that over from Danny Poston. But it was, to his credit, it was the floating power play over.
I feel sorry for him for bowling that over, because in that over, the batter was all set, all guns blazing. That's how it is. This game, T10 cricket, can be very cruel for the bowlers. At some days that we see Udesh Suri now into the attack. Younger brother, as I've been told by you.
Yeah, Tanish Suri, his elder brother, was just in the under-19 team. You were covering that game.
Very impressive, Tanish Suri. The way he's batted against Sri Lanka, I think he's got the future. He's the future of UAE. Very responsible batter, technically very correct. And he's got a good head on his shoulders too. I'm pretty sure that he will make it big in UAE cricket.
Well, so will his younger brother. I can tell you that. Very, very talented. Left arm wrist spinner. Starts off well. Oh, that's not a good fielding effort. Is it Neil Hegde once again? I think it is. So, not having a good day in the field, Neil.
Left arm wrist spinners always brings up that excitement in the game. They're not easy to hit out. And especially if you got left arm googly going, then it gets more tougher for the batters to adjust to his quality. But let's see, it's a big game. T10 can be cruel at this young age. You don't have much experience behind you. So you got to be spot on with your spin and your area where you need to bowl.
Oh, certainly. And, well, Udesh Suri is a very talented bowler. Oh, short delivery. Not the kind of delivery you would bowl to Harshit Kaushik. But that's been dropped. That was an opportunity. It's Neil Hegde once again. Can you believe it?
He's having a rough day in the field, I tell you. He's not going to like it. But this one is, I believe, Udesh is very lucky because this was hit against the wind. It gets more tougher. Had he hit with the wind, it would have gone. Because as you said, once we saw that, it looked like that it's going all the way. But the wind, against the wind, not quite there. Again, driven beautifully. There is a fielder. Let's see. It's going to be a chase. He does well.
Yeah, good effort there. I think it's Danny Poston there. But they'll still manage to pick up a couple of runs. They've put their foot on the gas. That's what they need to do now with just 3.3 overs to go. They would want to get another 50 odd runs at least to have a respectable total on the board.
At least we're talking about anything above 110 challenges in T10 cricket. But if you are stayed under 100, that advantage goes to the bowling side. The momentum you don't find quite. So that's why it's very important they don't let them get away from here.
Yeah, and we thought that it's going to be a very strong Ajman side. But the men in red, what a start they've got. Look at that variation from Udesh Suri. That's what I tell you. He's a very talented bowler. He's only 14 or 15 years old. But he's got a very stable head on his shoulders.
Good to see him using those variations. The previous few deliveries, regular wrist spin. This one, more of an off spinner, left arm off spinner. It's good for him. The exposure that he's going to get out of this cricket.
Yeah, certainly, and I was very impressed with the way he was put in the field as well. Oh, this is a good delivery, but a super shot from Harshit Kaushik coming down the track. Not a bad delivery, just an excellent shot.
Yeah, this is going to happen because Harshit is all set. He's faced 25 deliveries. He's scored 41 from these deliveries. He's going to go after this youngster, but we can give it to him because he's still young. He's up against some quality batting. He will go for runs. Got to have faith in him. Show some patience because he has that skill. Quality is there. But T10 cricket, we've been talking about it. It's so brutal for the bowlers that you just can't survive in this cricket.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And if you don't have all that experience behind you, it even gets difficult. And on that occasion, I thought that was a very good shot because he came down the track a little later than usual. After Uday Suri had released the ball, he's realized that he's a little slower in the air as well. So good batting here from Harshit Kaushik.
Experience, that's all experience. Realizing that a youngster is bowling to him, he will make mistake. He will give you that one boundary delivery, and that's exactly what he was waiting for.
Last delivery now. That's a better delivery. Slowing in the air, bowling it wide. Quick single taken. I think he's made it there. So good over. Another good over for them. 12 runs coming off it. Last 2 overs they've conceded 30 runs for Ajman. That's good. 7 overs done. 56 for the loss of 2. It's going to be Neil Hegde to bowl his second over. Bowled a very good first over. He was very impressive in the previous edition of the Emirates D10. Was the bowler of the tournament. He's got very good variation. That's a very good shot from Harshit Kaushik, using the pace of the bowler and just slicing that. And that was very, very good shot because he pierced that gap perfectly between the two fielders.
Absolutely. Played it late also. Waited for that ball to do whatever it wants to do and then played it between the two fielders. That's the trouble you have when you have third fielder inside the circle. All you have to do is place it between the fielders and you will get the boundary. That's the trouble with this rule. I never like this. Just don't give that protection to the bowler having that third fielder inside the circle. Even the edges will go to the boundary.
Yeah, certainly you need to back your bowler to have that either the square leg or the mid wicket inside the 30 yard and keep that third on the boundary rope. That's where you also give that batter that seed of doubt that he's going to always bowl outside off stump. So you need to have a plan.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that bowler, he can't just bowl outside the off stump. I remember that delivery, anything outside the off stump Yorkers were always difficult to negotiate. But with fielder inside the circle, even he just has to put the bat on the ball and it will run down to the boundary. So it's even a tougher, cruel field setting for the bowlers. I just feel for them sometimes.
Certainly. That's why you need to have a plan, a set plan, and you need to execute that. Try to execute that. And even if you get hit towards those areas where you've got fielders, it doesn't really matter. It will still keep that confidence going for you as a bowler.
Absolutely. You challenge the batter. Batter has to do something. Play proper cricket for that.
Certainly. Good slower delivery from Neil Hegde in the block hole as well. Adnan Mulk just drops it towards the long on. Kasha Tahir, another very talented fast bowler for the Reds. He's already bowled an over, given away just 2 runs. So good bowling by the Reds, and they've certainly put Ajman on the back foot.
Yeah, first 5 overs were brilliant, but after that we're just seeing the momentum shift towards Ajman, courtesy to Harshit's 47 runs. He's looking good. He's eased up. He's watching the ball nicely, placing them nicely. So let's see how many they can get. In my opinion, 100 and anything above 100 will challenge the team.
Certainly, they need to get to close to 100 for sure. Oh, that's up in the air. That was a slower delivery. Good change of pace from Neil Hegde. Is there a fielder? Oh, he's dropped that. He's dropped that. That was an opportunity that was created. But the fielder making a mess of it.
No, you cannot do that to someone like Harshit, who's looking good, who's hitting big. Look at the smile. He knows it, that he's been given that opportunity, the life, and it doesn't come any easier than this at this level. Yes, it was in the air for a long time, but you've played enough cricket here. You need to set yourself and he was in a good position, but balance was the problem. He could not find that balance, and that can be a costly miss for the Reds.
Certainly. Harshit Kaushik now will make them pay. He's on 49. So this is a big opportunity given to him. Neil Hegde, you'll feel for the bowler sometimes. This has been a good effort by the youngster. And he comes once again. Couple more deliveries. Oh, that's hit fiercely. That's 4 runs. Don't even look to run for that. And he brings up his half century with that.
Fantastic inning. He's making use of these conditions. He's taken his time. He's well set, and now he's looking to go big on every delivery. Just the way he hit it just shows how confident he is on the ground, on the pitch, and is all set to get that momentum and finish this inning. Look at that fielder inside the circle, mid-off. Oh, placement perfect also. Nearly got the bowler also on the way. But great placement, great game awareness, knowing that the fielder is inside the circle.
Absolutely. He's playing like a butcher and a surgeon at the same time. I think that's another boundary. 1 bounce and off she goes for yet another boundary. This is another expensive over coming in for the Reds. 19 of it. So good batting, excellent batting from Harshit Kaushik. Boundary to end that over. 8 overs done. 72 for the loss of 2. Right, then that's the batting card for the Ajman boys. Adnan Mulk still out there. Run a ball 12 for him. Harshit Kaushik playing brilliantly. 31 balls, 57 runs. But look at that, 1 extra. Very disciplined bowling.
Absolutely, that's what you want to do. Be disciplined. Don't give away easy runs, easy deliveries. But how well Harshit is batting now. He's been given a life, and he's going to make sure that they pay for it. And probably now it's time that Adnan goes to after the bowling. He cannot live on one batter. You got to go it from both sides.
Certainly, we came in when he was on, Harshit was on 17 of 18 deliveries. And since then, he's converted that brilliantly. Good delivery from Akasha Tahir. He's been the pick of the bowlers for the Reds tonight. Starts off with a good slower delivery. Now this is the matchup. This is the battle we've been waiting for. The top bowler of the Reds against the top batter of the Ajman side.
Great competition in our hands. Let's see who made it. He will expect the fielders to take the catch. That's the best. You need support in this format because it's already a very tough format for the bowlers. And on top, if you drop chances, I wonder what it happens to the bowler. I'm glad I've never played this format, seriously. Otherwise, it would have been very difficult if the bowlers don't support you.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I had only 1 season to play. I'm very lucky, and then retired after that. So I played the first edition of the D10, and since then I've been on the luckier side. Akasha Tahir. Oh, that's been smacked. I don't think anybody's going to get a hold of that. That's gone all the way for a maximum. Brilliant hit. The idea was right, a slower delivery, but excellent pickup.
Absolutely. The length. When you bowl those slower ones, you need to be particular with your length. If you bowl a half tracker to a batter who's on 63 at the moment, after this 6, he's going to punish you any day, any time. If you're bowling those variations, your length has to be perfect. This length, oh, he's going to pick it up any day. This is easy pickings. This is... I was hoping that it will go far further than this. But that's great pickup shot. Nevertheless, Harshit is looking really good. He wants that momentum on their side when they finish.
Oh, absolutely. That was a very good shot. And like you mentioned, he's a very strong hitter of the ball. Oh, another one. Down the ground this time. 1 bounce and right into the hands of the fielder.
This is better. This is better. What you can do is bowl fuller deliveries with pace. And having long on in place, this you might get lucky. But if you bowl those half trackers, the length deliveries, it's not going to work. These batters, they're very smart. They use the crease. They go deep down to create the length for themselves. So as a bowler, you've got that added responsibility of those variations and to get them right consistently. That's the key.
Absolutely. Consistency is the key.
Absolutely.
And I think Akasha Tahir now would probably want to finish well. He's given away 8 runs so far in 3 deliveries. Can he make it count here? Pick up a wicket and stop the flow of runs here. Oh, once again, a slower delivery. Adnan Mulk missing out. They're going for the quick buy. and complete it easily. The right idea from Harshit Kaushik. Good game awareness.
Excellent, excellent. Into the pitch, bowled by Vakasha. And yes, as you rightly mentioned, they just changed the ends, rotated the strike. They need Harshit to face maximum deliveries from here on because Adnan is struggling. We can see that. So that's what the best he can do is keep on rotating the strike, or Harshit can force it like he did.
Yeah, he did. Now, Kashata had another very talented bowler. He was part of the UAE under-19 probably 3 years ago. Got injured. That's a good delivery, but a good pickup. Is it? Just falls short of the fielder. Another opportunity, I would say. Are they going for the second? Yes, they are.
I tell you, you've been very kind when you say that it was just short of the fielder. I think it was an opportunity. It was definitely a catch. And Harshit has been given another opportunity. Have a look at that outside the off stump. Good bumper outside the off stump. That's where you want to be, top edged. He should have, or he probably did not pick it at the right time because it was in the air for a long time. And at this level, you got to be taking those. You cannot afford to give lives to somebody like Harshit. He will punish you as, again, single-handedly. But this time there is a fielder, yes, as they take one run. This is good cricket. They want Harshit to have the strike. For the next.
Yeah, end of the over that. 9 overs done. 84 for the loss of 2.
Lucky that for the last 6 deliveries, the strike will be on for Harshit, who's on 67 of 35 deliveries, and it would be Clint, who's bowled good for his first over, given away 6 runs. But this is a different challenge. That's pressure, definitely. Oh, poor wicket keeping too. You cannot afford to do that. In the previous few overs, the fielding for the Reds have been on the average side. You cannot do that.
Well, the fielding has been in the red for Emirates Red.
Absolutely. Call it right.
They have been less than par, and look at the keeper now. And that is what happens. It brushes. It's very infectious. Good or bad, it does pass on to your team members. As you can see, that was a simple take, but he's missed it. He's made a mess of it, and that has given them a few more runs.
But what about the strategy? They wanted Harshit to have a strike for the 6 deliveries, but this bye has given them the chance to rotate the strike, and the strike is back to Adnan, who has struggled. 14 balls, 13 runs. The best he can do, if not hitting the boundary, is rotate the strike and give the strike back to Harshit.
Yeah, it's not the regular playing 11 for Ajman. They are missing a few key players, and that is why you see Adnanul Mulk realizing that he doesn't have depth in his batting, and it's important that Harshit gets as much strike as possible, and that is what he's done now. The danger man, Harshit, back on strike.
And trust me, Harshit has been lucky. Couple of times he's been given the life to drop chances. One drop chance, one, I believe we can call it half chance, or more than a little half chance. Better effort was required by the fielder, and now he's making use of it. 35 deliveries, 67, single-handedly keeping those hopes alive for Ajman to get to 100 or 110 if we can do wonders in the last over.
Well, their bowling is really good, Ajman. So if they can get to the triple figure mark, I think we have a game on our hands. As Harshit goes big again in the air. Is that a chance? No, it is not. Well, Harshit, he is scoring some vital runs for his side, and the appreciation from the dugout is crystal clear.
Yeah, not just the runs, but the momentum he's shifting towards Ajman. What a fantastic, fabulous inning by him. Again, picking up the length. Slower one, a leg spinner sort of a slower one. But as I said earlier, when you're bowling those slower ones, your length has to be perfect. This was not a perfect length. Goes deep in the crease, picked up the length, and deposited over cow corner.
Goes big again. Oh, this is even better. This is even further, and it's beyond the ground. It's gone to the other oval there. And Harshit, when he hits, they stay hit. Another brilliant sixer coming from the bat of Harshit.
He is making them pay for the drop chances. When the first chance was down, he was on 40, 42, and since then he has hit 4 sixes. So imagine in T10 cricket what damage he has done after that. This one was easy picking, a fast one. Again, length is the key. To a batter who's well set, he's always going to hit you for sixes.
Oh, that's another clinical hit from Harshit. He's one of the batters in UAE, Ali, who does have that ability to hit the ball clean and the longest and the furthest, and that is why he is such a dangerous batter. Now you'll see him bowling as well, so he's got a value to his name when he is a part of the playing 11. And the pressure now on Clint as he bowls one outside off, trying to bowl it away from Harshit, misses his line and length, and he'll have to reload that again.
Who would have had thought they would get to 100 in 9.3 overs? At 4 overs, there were just 20 runs. And look what he has done. Great batting by Harshit. He reminds me of David Miller, the way he stands. The base is strong. Again, swing hard. Third, cannot cut it. 4 more runs. It's all working for Ajman and Harshit.
Yeah, the ball is flying towards the boundary ropes regardless of where it meets the bat. It comes from the middle, it goes all the way. It comes from the edge, it goes for 4 as well. So runs coming thick and fast for Ajman as they have crossed the 100-run mark, and this is not good news for the Reds.
You flash hard. It's that simple. That's exactly what Harshit is doing. The strong base, that's the most impressive part in his batting. He can get the force from that base. That is why you see, and as you were saying, he hits them clean because of that base up. Wide outside the off stump has to be a wide, is a wide. Pressure on Clint.
Well, yes, an expensive over this one from Clint. Harshit Kaushik and his stance, you remind us about David Miller. Also, Rishabh Pant looks very similar to that. He's got that ability to hit the ball, one hand off the bat and still flies. So it reminds you of Rishabh Pant as well.
Yeah, the base is the key. That's my take when you want to hit big. The balance and then the swing of the bat, covering the line, but all hands, it's working for him too. And again, this time over extra cover. Over, yes, all the way. Beautiful batting. There is no stopping Harshit.
Well, that's another good hit. It was not in his slot, but he still went for it and gets enough meat off the bat. Smiles all around in the dugout for Ajman. And rightly so, 111 on the board, and Clint has been taken to the cleaners by Harshit Kaushik.
Definitely. This was quick hands. Look at that. Beautiful. It's all working for him at this level. It's beautiful. Again, picked up. He's not timed it quite enough. There is a fielder, though he can't get it. He can't get it. It has been an average day in the field for the Reds.
Yeah, that's again a good delivery from Clint, the final one, a slower delivery and a mistimed hit. However, Harshit manages to get into his 90s. 91 runs of 40 deliveries, a stellar innings from the man. He came out to bat when Ajman were in all sorts of trouble, and from there he's brought them to a very comfortable position of 113 runs in the allotted 10 overs. The momentum definitely in favour of Ajman as they go into the second innings, and Emirates Reds will have to bat really well to get to that total.
Absolutely. Look at the body language. It tells you a story. They're not happy because Harshit has taken, probably I believe, has taken the game away from them. In 4 overs, there were just 20 runs, and then Harshit started hitting big. He was giving some opportunities, but they cannot blame anyone but themselves. They gave away quite easy boundary deliveries, didn't catch the ball, so that gave Harshit the opportunity to use that long handle towards the end. It has come good from him all over the ground. He's been hitting great sixes. Brilliant finish for Ajman.
Yeah, 113 runs, Ali, and out of that 91 runs have been scored by the Southpaw. Excellent batting. Well, let's look at the playing card. The batting card for Ajman. Shakur was out early, scored just 1 run of 2 deliveries. Adnan was there till the end, just played 15 of the legal 60 deliveries that were on offer. He was mostly at the non-striking end, watching Harshit go all guns blazing against the bowlers of Emirates Reds. What an innings this has been from Harshit Kaushik. 91 runs of just 40 deliveries, and that is the difference between victory and defeat for Emirates Reds. However, they will have to bat really well to get to that 113 runs.
Absolutely, you called it right. This inning might be the difference in the end. They bowled well early on, but by the end they struggled. Everyone struggled. Look at the strike economy. Clint 17.5 in 2 overs, 18 for Danny, 12 for Udish Suri. Just bowled 1 over. The top 3 bowlers bowled well. I believe they got the wickets. They were disciplined also, but it was that later part which matters. They were poor in the fielding. Fielders did not support the bowlers, and they gave away too many boundary deliveries. That is why they struggled.
Yeah, the catches were a problem, wasn't it? Well, look at the innings. The first wicket to fall was Abdul Shakur in the very first over. Abdullah Kayani getting that wicket. Akasha in his first over also managed to get a wicket to his name. And then it was all about the Harshit Kaushik show that we saw here at the 7 Districts Malek Stadium. Anywhere you bowled, he was ready for it. He played his shots freely, and he is such a clean hitter of the cricket ball. He's not afraid to slash, he's not afraid to cut, not afraid to pull the ball, and anywhere you bowled, he was confident of scoring runs, and that is exactly what he did. He did give away a few chances as well, which were not taken cleanly, and that has found to be has been a very, very sorry figure for the Emirates Reds in their fielding department. So, after the first inning comes to an end, it is going to be Emirates Reds chasing 114 of their 10 overs in the next innings. And that will be after a short break. Stay tuned and we'll be right back.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the 7 Districts Malek Ovals. It's the Emirates D10 2023 powered by FanCode. And if you're just joining us, well, Emirates Reds won the toss, decided to field first. Ajman, 26 for 2 at the halfway stage, have managed 114 runs. And that is some onslaught. 90 runs coming in the last 5 overs. Thanks to that man there, Harshit Kaushik. He lived a charmed life, was given not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 chances. And did he make them count? 91 of 40, the highest total so far of the Emirates D10. And joining me to start off the run chase for the Emirates Reds, Mudassir Ali. Well, Mudassir, the bowling card, not a good sight at all.
That started off really well, Abdullah Khayani and Akasha Tahir bowled really well, but Clint Birkinshaw, Danny and Udit Suri going for some runs, and fielders not supporting the bowlers has been the story so far. In the first wicket falling at the score of 2, then the second one at 3, then a brilliant partnership of 113 between the captain Adnan ul Mulk and Harshit Kaushik, helping Ajman to post 113 for the loss of 2 in their allotted 10 overs. Good start to the event. We have seen a hat-trick in the first game, Zainullah getting a hat-trick, now 91 from Harshit Kaushik, taking to a respectable total his team towards 113. But still, somehow I reckon on this surface, 113, I still say the favourites are Emirates Reds.
Well, if that man on your screen has something to do with it, 113 will look like 130. Shiraz Pia, he's very much a short format specialist, isn't he? T10, T20 is his game. Qamar Hussain is going to be facing up Emirates Reds with a big task now. And he starts off with a half volley on the leg stump. I'll tell you what, ask any opening batter which delivery he would like to face first, and he will say it's that delivery down the leg side.
An ordinary start for Shiraz Pia, and a good looking shot, not trying to hit hard. Bowled on the pads, using the wrist, plays fine. No chance for the fine leg fielder. Off the mark, Qamar Hussain, and off the mark, Emirates Red with their boundary.
Well, I love this Emirates Red side. I'll tell you why. Because it's all the players who've been playing really good domestic cricket over the last 3 to 4 months. Qamar Hussain, one of them. Tall right-handed batter, and he pushes for a single, quick single taken as well. Good intelligent cricket. This is a strong Emirates Reds lineup. The only challenge I think is because they've not played a lot of cricket together. It's a mixture of players and not familiar with their strengths or their weaknesses. Mohammad Salman, a wicketkeeper by trade, parked at deep square leg, dropped a couple of chances. Neil Hegde, who's a fast bowler, was in extra cover. He dropped a couple of chances. I think if they get those small things right, Emirates Reds will spring a surprise or two. That's a very odd looking shot. And I think the reason why Shiraz Pia pulled out of his appeal is because it's off the bat. A single given by the umpire.
Not played in a convincing way, wanted to go over the fine leg. Not in command, but off the mark, Osama. And playing their first edition in D10 a couple of months ago, they surprised everyone. They lost to Abu Dhabi in the eliminator. No way. In the line, wanted to go cheeky. And luckily getting some wood on the ball. Lucky escape. But can we see Emirates Reds pull something special against Ajman, playing for the second time in D10 under the leadership of Clint Birkinshaw?
Ajman also depleted. Sagar Kalyan missing in action. Rahul Chopra missing in action. Oh, that's a solid crunch from Qamar Hussain. He packs a punch. He's a tall, bulky, right-handed batter. And you can see why he's so highly rated. Past Ajmal, who's a very good fielder. Through his hands. That's how hard he hit it.
Power unleashed by Qamar Hussain. Hit hard. No stopping this time from Ajmal. So off to a good start. Emirates Red getting some runs. Couple of boundaries, couple of singles. Moves to 10 wickets in hand. Shiraz Ahmed Pia looking for the first breakthrough here.
This time watchfully played. Very well done. Again, after a boundary, looking for that single, Mudassir Ali. And that is the hallmark of a good batter.
A sensible piece of batting, and he knows the importance of his wicket. Got a chance to play on a bigger platform. Qamar Hussain making a comeback on the season in the UAE domestic circuit. A good selection, I would say, from the scouts of Emirates Reds, pulling Qamar Hussain into their side.
If I'm not mistaken, Andrew Russell from the Emirates Cricket Board has a lot to say about who plays in this team. He handpicks the players based on statistics. That's why Abdullah Kayani is in the side. That's why Clint and Danny are in the side, and so is Qamar Hussain. Good start for the Emirates Reds, keeping up with the required run rate already. 12 for no loss, end of over number 1. Another left arm pacer coming into bowl, Abdul Malek. Was very vocal while he was sitting outside. Could hear him scream every time Harshit Kaushik hit a 6 or a 4. And can he support his team now with the ball? He's going to play a major role here, Abdul Malek. Good connection, very good connection there. He's one of those players who likes to play those ramp and pull shots. The first delivery he tried was the same. This time, again, getting down on one knee and slightly shorter in length. Gets a good connection, Osama, and he gets a boundary.
This time he was very calm and collective, trying to go over that fine leg fielder in the previous over. This time connects well and manages a boundary. A good start provided by these two openers of Emirates Red. Osama moves to 6 at the other end. Qamar on 10 with the help of a couple of boundaries. Not an ideal start for Abdul Malik with the ball, going for 4 runs. Both the fast bowlers of Ajman going for 4 runs on the first delivery. Slight movement, good change of pace.
Yeah, wide outside off stump and a bit late on that, Osama. He'll be under pressure, Osama Parker, because they have a lot of openers, the Emirates Reds. Just a waft at it. Clint Birkinshaw opens the innings. Ashwin Tappa is an opener by trade as well. So they do have a lot of batting firepower, Emirates Reds, spreading it across the top 5, top 6. Again, trying to go for that ramp. This time, it's off the body and they get a single.
Variations are key for Abdul Malik. Change of pace, wanted to go big towards deep square leg. Still 5 runs of 3 balls. The good news for Emirates Red, they have 10 wickets in hand, chasing 114. Qamar Hussain looking dangerous.
Yeah, what you don't want to do is leave it too late. Every batter needs to bat at about 180, maybe about 200 strike rate. Clint Birkinshaw not padded up. Very interesting this from the Emirates Reds team. Akasha enjoying a meal. Oh, that's quick. Very quick. And beats Qamar Hussain. I had a good conversation with Qamar on social media actually about his approach. For a tall right-handed batter, I just feel he crouches a bit too much. When you have the advantage of height, take use of it. If you can see, he stays very low. And if you look at the likes of Kevin Peterson, Alex Hales, the tall right-handed batters, they stand very upright to get as much reach as possible. There again, short ball. A bit of a crouch from Qamar Hussain. But very good bowling this from Abdul Malik. He's one of the premier bowlers. I think Ankur Sangwan is going to play a key role as well. Might see Harshit Kaushik turn his arm around. Do they target one or two bowlers? The likes of Isam, the youngster, maybe. That's Salman. Dropped a couple of chances. He'll be under a lot of pressure, wouldn't he?
It's a good over after going for 4 runs. Just giving away 2 runs. The next 5 balls, 18 for no loss. Emirates Red after over number 2.
Danny Pawson, left-hander. Again, a very hard hitter of the ball. Probably slotted in to come in next. And on cue, as soon as the power play is over, they've gone with Ankur Sangwan. And it's going to be Qamar Hussain against the spinner. He likes batting against spin as well. Qamar Hussain likes to hit straight down the ground, go over mid-wicket, use his reach, turn those good length deliveries into full ones. Very interesting field placing this. I think they've gone for that power play, the third over. Charges down the track and a bit of yes, no, maybe. Yes, Mudassir, I think what the batters have done, have taken that third power play, the floating power play in the third over. Very interesting.
Got those runs in the first 2 overs in a hurry. 10 wickets in hand. It won't be easy to target Ankur Sangwan. He has that experience playing plenty of matches in domestic circuit. Osama Park up. It again goes down on one knee. Somehow he manages to beat that diving fine leg fielder. So he continues to get those runs in that region. Boundary number 2 in this innings for Osama Parker. Emirates has moved to 23.
Well, we want to be a bit harsh, but I think Shiraz Pia has made a meal of this. Let's have a look. Chas bounces in front of him. Not a good dive. And a boundary for Osama. Good looking shot in the end. No, I think it was a bit too far from Shiraz Pia. Five of the first 2 deliveries. Need 11 and over, almost 12 and over. That Abdul Malik over has brought down that run rate. Oh, it's in the air. Has he made a good connection? Fielder settles under it. Oh, there seems to be a problem in the ground. Everyone has got butterfingers. I think everyone's had a good meal before the game. Maybe a bit of button on. And they've forgotten to wash their hands. It's catch number 6 that has gone down in this match already. And Harshit Kaushik, well, he was dropped 5 times. He's given Osama an opportunity today.
Quick single has been taken. Harshit Kaushik got a chance. In fact, chances in the first innings. He was dropped for 5 times. It's a good gesture, I would say, from Harshit Kaushik, helping Emirates Red. It was miles up in the air. An easy catch put down by Harshit Kaushik.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, these players don't show love for each other, even if they're brothers playing against each other. Ask me about it. I know from personal experience. In the slot again, this time, nobody has shot mid-wicket. And it's Isam now who's been stationed at deep square leg. They take 2. 10 off the first 5 deliveries of this over. So they're keeping up with the run rate. It's a calculated game even in T10. It might be a short format. But the required run rate is something you need to keep in check every delivery. Oh, very full and very, very lucky there, Qamar Hussain. He's gotten some bat on it and that ball hits the fence. 14 runs have come off the over. The gamble of taking that power play working for Emirates Reds. 3 overs done, 32 for no loss. That's the batting card. Ashwin Valtappa, Salman, Clint Birkinshaw, Danny Pawson, all can bat. Muhammad Akasha Tahir. He's been nicknamed Mini Javed Miandad as well because he pulled off an absolute miracle in Sharjah just a couple of days back. Hit the last ball for 6 to win it for his club side. And the team against him, if I'm not mistaken, was Qamar Hussain's team. So, not a lot of lower order batting, as you would say. Not a lot of tail enders in this side. Everybody can pack a punch. Ismail coming into bowl now. And again, first delivery, Usama tries that ramp.
He has some liking towards that backward square leg region. Going down on one knee. So looking for the first wicket. The bowlers trying hard. But what a start these two has provided for Emirates. Just a single extra has been conceded by the bowlers so far. Wanted to go big. Nowhere near the ball. So a good start by the youngster Ismail.
And that's what Qamar will try to do. Keep walking down the track, running down the track, hit as straight as possible. The men in green, Fujairah, up next. And a certain Mudassir Ali with a smile on his face. Wide delivery, extras going up slightly for Ajman. They've bowled really well in that circumstance, as Mudassir was mentioning.
Poor stuff. Started off brilliantly, just couple of singles on the first 2 deliveries. Now going for a couple of wides here, not helping the cause of his team. Ismail looking good is Osama on 13 of 9 balls.
Again, I think that's a hat-trick of wides. Yes, it is. And I'll tell you what, I can understand if you're trying to do that against Qamar Hussain, but against Usama, who is constantly targeting this area, which is that fine leg area, that is a very dangerous ploy from Ismail. This time goes on the offside and it gets a little bit of bat on it. A single taken.
Inside edges, going for 4s and singles and back to back wides in this over. 3 wide deliveries bowled by Ismail. It's much better delivery. The bowlers are trying too hard. They are frustrated, not able to break the partnership. Chasing 114. Good start has been provided by these two, Qamar and Osama.
Oh, there, hits it very hard. And Ismail, now I'm not sure if that's bravery or sheer stupidity, but he's put his foot forward and that must have stung. It is a bit nippy outside. Mudassir Ali is wearing a thick jacket right next to me. I can imagine how cold it is in the middle. Oh, that must have hurt. That must have hurt. I felt it all the way here in the comm box.
We're used to see these kind of scenes in our South Indian movies, Tollywood. It was hit hard, brave enough, Ismail. And somehow he managed to stop that single. Good comeback after going for those back-to-back wides, then couple of dot deliveries. So just 6 runs have been conceded by Ismail. Emirates Reds 39 for no loss after over number 4.
Well, the bowling card is a bit of a shocker because the two most experienced bowlers in this lineup have gone for the most runs. Shiraz Pia 12, Ankur Sangwan 14. Abdul Malek and Ismail have bowled really well. But still keeping up with the run rate. That's the important part for the Emirates Reds. Going at almost 10 and over. That's fine. As long as you have batting deep and you know you can score 12-13 runs and over in the end.
They'll be eyeing 1 or 2 bowlers, couple of big overs, and they'll be in control, in command. So one more change here. It's medium fast bowler Mohammad Ajmal has been introduced by captain Adnanul Mulk. 39 for no loss. They have that firepower in their batting department. Captain Clint Birkinshaw yet to come. So looking good. Emirates Reds.
Oh, outswinger. And there's a big appeal as well. Not given out. And Qamar Hussain, well, he started off really briskly. He's struggling just a little bit now. I think he's played about 4 or 5 dot balls, and that's just adding pressure on yourself. And again, there you can see just giving himself too much room, Qamar Hussain.
Smart piece of bowling. Bowling it away from the right hander. Now getting swing. Bit fuller. Nowhere near the ball. The poor stuff from Qamar Hussain got that start. But these dot deliveries matters a lot in this sort of format.
Yeah, again trying to hit the ball too hard. Losing his shape there, Qamar Hussain. Salman watching on keenly. Emirates Reds just letting the grip slip here now. This time played in the air, and it's good fielding there. Just a single.
These are the middle overs where both the teams would like to get some runs for Emirates Red, wherein for Ajman they will be eyeing to bowl a couple of quiet overs here. 40 for no loss. Slowly pulling things in their favour is Ajman bowling those dot deliveries.
Again he goes for the ramp. This time the ball is in the air and it's gone over the wicket keeper. Gets a boundary. Osama Parker. He is the original Mr. 360 here in the Middle East. And he's playing an absolute blinder now. Have a look at this. Over the wicket keeper. Abdul Shakur would have been proud of that. He plays those shots very well. And he gets a boundary.
Well anticipated and nicely managed here. Going down quickly and managed to play over the wicket keeper. So continues to get those runs behind the wicket here. Osama moves to 18.
Again trying the same. This time much quicker and shorter in length. Ajmal learning quickly. What is it with wicket keepers and playing behind the wicket keeper? Abdul Shakur, as mentioning, loves playing those shots against the Pacers. Osama Parker kept wickets for Emirates Reds. He's trying to do the same. Now they make a change in the field. Very good captaincy this now from Adnan. Third man has gone deep. They've brought in square leg. They want him to play across the line. In the air and gone. Well, the first time he has tried to play with the straight bat, he has found the fielder Osama Parker. Isam Matiurab takes a very good catch at point. Outside off stump. Would have been a wide had he let it go. But he gets the bottom part of the bat. And it's a wicket number 1 for Ajman. Emirates Reds 44 for 1 at the halfway stage. Osama Parker has to go back for 18 of 13 runs.
Five overs, 44 for 1, the Emirates Reds. They just lost a wicket. Salman is the new batter in. Ankur Sangwan to continue. Bowled the first over. Gave away 14 runs. That's a very good delivery. Slower in the air. And joining me in the comm box is Shoaib Ahmed. Good evening, Shoaib. Welcome.
Thank you, Rashid. 44 for 1. Not a bad start for Emirates Reds. They'll need 1 or 2 good overs. 15, 18 runs overs. Meanwhile, this one's been hit in the air and will be 6 more. That's a very good shot. Was not in complete control of the body and the shot as well, but enough connection to send the ball sailing over long on for 6.
Yeah, that was a good shot from Qamar. Like you mentioned, no balance there, but still managed to get it from the middle of the bat. Good follow through as well, and that went long. Those are kind of hits that the Reds require now. Remember, they're chasing a big total. Ankur Sangwan trying to slow it in the air. 50 comes up with that maximum. 114 runs is the target. They would need somebody like Qamar to really go big now. He's got to 27 of 19. A good hit. And some good bowling here. That's the last wicket that fell. Trying to force that shot. And a good catch from Issam Mathura at backward point. That's the only wicket that has fallen so far. But the runs haven't really come in for the Reds. 50 for 1 after 5.2. Ankur Sangwan has been expensive today. He's given away 20 in just 8 deliveries so far.
A very unusual. Oh, the arm ball. The lethal arm ball that Ankur is known for. And Qamar had no clue where the ball was going. Luckily, misses the stumps. But a very good ball indeed.
Yeah, and an opportunity to get a stumping as well. Look at that, no balance off the back foot. It was Shakur missing as well. Oh, once again going for that arm ball. But a good placement there from Qamar. Getting a boundary towards square leg.
Yes, that's a good shot. Showed intent and played that in the gap. Not afraid to shuffle around, and Ankur bowling that arm ball too full. And very good shot indeed between the two fielders as he bisects that gap for 4 more.
Trying to put off Ankur Sangwan, shuffling across in the crease. Expensive over 10 runs so far. In the block hole. They're coming back for the second. This can be close. Direct hit was required. Good running between the wickets.
Yes, they know they value the importance of each and every run, and that is why they decided to go for that second. That's what you need. 12 runs in this over. Decent for Emirates Reds. Can they get a boundary here? That will make things really interesting. Goes big, but doesn't get the connection right. Will only be a single to end the 6th over. And after 6 overs, Emirates Reds are 57 for 1. Gets an inside edge and the ball trickles away towards the fine leg fence for 4. Good start to this over for Emirates Reds. As Qamar continues to be the aggressor.
A lucky shot for Qamar. It was a good delivery. That inside edge very close to the leg stump. No stopping that. It'll be 4 runs.
Trying to hit the ball too hard there, Rashid. And you can see that he loses his shape while trying to hit those big shots. If he can maybe rectify that, I'm sure the coaches are watching him closely. That will increase his run scoring ability. Goes in the air. This should be taken. Fielder coming underneath it. And Adnanul Mulk, the captain of Ajman, takes a catch and brings that first wicket that they were looking for. Kamar was trying to go big. Ajmal gets his second wicket, the first in this over.
That was a good delivery. That hard length we've been talking about. Trying to force that shot. Once again, you were talking about how he loses his shape and loses his balance as well. That's why that didn't get the distance. And a good catch taken by Adnan al-Mulk. Kept his eyes on the ball till the last very second. But a good knock coming in from Kamar. 38 of 25 deliveries. 5 boundaries and a maximum in that one. Second wicket down, 61 on the board. New man in, Denny Pawson. 61 for 2 after 6.2. Good bowling from Ajmal once again. Then he gets the inside edge. They'll cross through for a single. Both batters new out there. Salman yet to face a delivery. 52 runs required of 21 deliveries for the Reds. This is where one of these batters needs to go big, get some quick runs and put pressure on the Ajman side. Well, what a target that was set by Harshit Kaushik in the first innings.
Tries to go big towards the onside. Harshit Kaushik, you're talking about him, and he's immediately in the frame. Has been kept busy at that square leg region, but what a knock that has been from Harshit Kaushik. Absolutely wonderful to watch him bat. And now Emirates Reds need 50 more of 20 deliveries.
It's a very big task at their hands, but not impossible. Both these batters have the capability to do that. Slower delivery, picked well by Salman. That's just fallen short of the mid-wicket fielder. Will be another single. The boundaries have really dried up here for the Reds. That's a sign of concern for them. Chasing 49 more in 19 deliveries. They'll need to go for those big hits. Ajmal, on the other hand, has bowled a brilliant spell so far, given away just 13 in his 11 deliveries. Picked up 2 important wickets. Outside off stump. Not a good collect from Abdul Shakur. They're going for that bye. And will complete it. It's a wide delivery as well, so an extra run.
Not the best of bowling from Ajmal. Yes, he's got 2 wickets, but in this over, he has to make sure that he doesn't finish off by conceding a boundary. Overall, Ajman and Ajmal have the game in their kitty, unless they do something silly here, just like that. A misfield, and what should have been 1 is now 2 runs. End of the 7th over, still 45 more needed of the last 3. It's 69 for 2.
Ismail comes in for his second over. Bowled a good first over, just gave away 6 runs. Good running between the wickets. They pick up a couple of runs.
Reverse sweep comes in, and Ismail bowling his second over. All about boundaries and sixes at the moment for Emirates Reds. This won't work. And that's a much better shot from Danny, and that's gone all the way. That's a very good hit, down on one knee, and with the left arm spinner in operation, Pawson will definitely fancy his chances.
Yeah, that was a good hit from Danny. A touch fuller from Ismail on that occasion. Gets down on one knee, brings that slog sweep out and connects really well. 6 important runs. Better delivery from Ismail. Slightly pulling his length back. Good intentful running once again. They get a couple of runs. 37 more required of 15 deliveries. Ismail has given away 8 runs so far in this over. Oh, that's a good delivery. Right in the block hole. Will only be a single. That's the kind of variation you need as a spinner. Otherwise, it can be a very cruel game. Especially this 10 over format. You can take in for a lot of runs. 80 on the board. One more delivery to go in the 8th over. 34 more runs required. Salman on strike. Oh, I think he's connected well. I think that's a good shot. That's another maximum. The second one of the over. That's what the Emirates Reds require. Good end. Good finish to the 8th over. 28 required of the last 2.
So it's going to be Abdul Malik coming into bowl. Has bowled a brilliant first over. Can he follow that up with the second? We'll have to find out. Danny Pawson on strike. 12 of 6, striking at 200. Slower, shorter delivery. Guides it and guides it well. Goes into the gap. And that will be 4 to start the over. 4 important runs for Danny and for Emirates Reds.
Oh yes, not convincing, but they'll take it. That was a good delivery. Gets the bottom half of the bat. Look at that. Not very intended to play that, but it was always going to run away for a boundary. Look at that. Lightning quick outfield here at the 7 Districts Malek Stadium. Good start for the Reds. 4 runs on the first delivery.
Nicely bowled. That's a good delivery. Just outside off. He's guided at and has taken a single. A little hesitant. But in the end, they managed to scamper through for a run. Now, was it required? Danny looked good. But it's going to be Salman on strike now. Yes, no. And then finally he goes for it. Didn't want to take that single but was pushed by Salman. And now Salman will have to get a few boundaries in this over.
He's already hit a maximum in the previous over, so definitely has the capability to hit those big shots.
Driven straight to Ajmal at long on, a fumble, and they're going for the second. That's not great running. He's appealing for it. Asif Iqbal will go upstairs to have a look, but I think it's going to be a close call.
Yeah, good running. He always wanted to go for the second. Danny Pawson, they realized that they'll have to run hard between the wickets. Not a very good throw there from the fielder. That fumble allowed him to come back easily. It was Ajmal on the long on boundary. Picks it up and throws it back to Abdul Malik. Well, this looks close. He's not in the frame as yet. Oh yeah, he's way behind now. Abdul Malik. Oh yeah, that's close. Is the bail off? Is the bail off? Next frame, he's in, I think.
It's touch and go. And it will have to be looked at again, because the rule says that the bails have to be completely dislodged off the stumps. So if you look at that in the frame that we are about to see right now, when the bat crosses the ropes or when the bails are dislodged, here it's still not completely dislodged. The next frame is where it's completely dislodged and the bat is in.
Tough call.
Tough call for the umpire. But I just feel that the benefit of doubt might go in favor of the batter. Let's wait and see what the third umpire has to say.
Yeah, tough one for the TV umpire. There you go. Not out.
I think the right call has been made. Pawson survives by a matter of a frame.
That was touch and go, but I think the right decision has been made. 2 runs, more importantly, for the Reds. 4 more deliveries to go, or is it 3 more deliveries to go? They've gotten 7 runs of the over so far, so that makes it 21 more required, where Abdur Rahman is locked in the com box and he's not able to come out. There are a lot of people trying to get him out, but looks like we're locked in for the night. There you go. Somebody help us get out.
SOS sent. And I think Abdur Rahman's got a nature's call as well.
Well, we don't have anybody to go for the next toss as well. So that's another problem they'll be facing. Abdur Rahman, don't worry. Help is on its way.
93 on the board. 21 needed of 9 deliveries. The next 3 deliveries are going to be crucial. If they can get at least 2 boundaries, that will ease a lot of pressure for Emirates Reds. Short ball pulled in the air, up and lands safely. Will only be a single. Good bowling this one so far from Abdul Malik. Has mixed it up nicely.
Yeah, he's got a good slower delivery. And that does deceive the batters at times. And I think it's been a good comeback after being hit for a boundary on the very first delivery. 20 more required of 8 deliveries. This is getting interesting. But I think Emirates Reds needs a couple of boundaries on these last 2 deliveries. At least 8 runs to come in. That will ease that pressure.
Using his feet, dancing down the track and playing it towards long off for another single. 1 more ball to go. 20 needed now. In fact, 19 after that single.
A good delivery from Malek on that occasion. Tries to bowl it full, not allow the batter to free his arms. Last delivery. Slower delivery. That's been played towards mid-wicket. There is a fielder who slips. Young Yuvraj but still manages to keep the ball inside the playing area. No boundary then. So a good over comes to an end from Abdul Malik. 97 for the loss of 2 in 9 overs. 17 more required in the last 6. Last over, 17 required. It's going to be the experienced Shiraz Pia to bowl that over. So I would say advantage for Team Ajman. And it's going to be Danny Pawson on strike. He's scored 18 of 9 deliveries. Very interesting last 6 deliveries here. Oh, goes for a fuller length delivery. That's a good delivery. Excellent start from Shiraz Pia. He's very experienced, plays a lot of franchise cricket as well, so he knows where to bowl in these last overs. And 17 runs is going to be a difficult task for the Emirates Reds.
Difficult indeed, and as you rightly mentioned, Shiraz is very experienced. He has been in this situation on quite a few occasions. He knows how to bowl in the death. He's a death over specialist, and it's going to be very difficult for Emirates Reds to score those 17 runs. There you go again. Full delivery, angling across. Another miss from Danny. And another dot ball for Shiraz.
Yeah, brilliant delivery from Shiraz Pia. That's what he's known for. And you would see a change of pace as well from him. As Shahzada Qasim, the coach of the Emirates Reds. (17 of 4 deliveries). Excellent first 2 deliveries. Back-to-back dot balls from Shiraz Pia. Pressure on Pawson. So comes down the track and he's bowled him. What a delivery. Right in the block hole. Excellent stuff from Shiraz Pia.
Well, that is Shiraz Pia at his absolute best. When he's in rhythm, he is very dangerous and he is almost impossible to score runs off. That was a peach of a delivery. Not only Danny, any other batter would have struggled to play that, as Shiraz strikes just at the right time for Ajman. Look at that delivery. Round the wicket, coming in and blocking himself up. Danny Pawson was in no situation to play any kind of shot as he walks back after scoring 18 of 12. 1 4 and a 6 included in that 18. It's 97 for 3.
Ashwin Waltapa, the new man. Oh, another good delivery. What a brilliant over this has been from Shiraz Pia. Persisting with those deliveries, fuller length, outside the off stump. No chance for the batters whatsoever. And now it looks like the writing is on the wall for the Reds. 17 required of 2 deliveries. He hasn't conceded a single run in this over. That was the last wicket to fall. Danny Pawson bowled off a great delivery from Shiraz Pia. What a brilliant over this has been. Dot, dot, wicket, dot. 2 more deliveries. Ashwin on strike once again. Slightly shorter length, back of length. Played down the ground towards long off. He's only conceded 1 run in this final over. 1 more delivery to go. 16 more runs required, which won't be possible, especially against Shiraz Pia.
Taking a look at the bowling and just 1 more ball to go. And it's all but over for Emirates Reds. A valiant fight, but it was not going to be enough. Abdullah Kayani was excellent with the ball, but too many runs given, too many catches dropped, and that has come back to haunt them. Slower ball has been pulled in the air, will land safely, but won't go all the way. And that will be 2 more runs for Emirates Reds. 99 is what they've managed to get in their 10 overs. They've lost only 3 wickets, but haven't been able to cross the finishing line. And Ajman, they are off in this tournament with 2 points to their name. Emirates Reds, although they bowled well, they couldn't field well, didn't take their chances, and now have fallen short in the run chase. What a knock that has been from Harshit Kaushik. Clearly the player of the match for Ajman, has come out to bat and was absolutely phenomenal, and got Ajman to a very good total of 113, and that has put the brakes on this game for Emirates Reds. Ajman winning the game, match number 2 of the Emirates D10 2023 powered by FanCode. Ajman have won the game by 14 runs. Handshakes all around, but Ajman is the happier side, walking out of the playing field as they bag those 2 points to their name. So that's the batting card for Emirates Reds, chasing a target of 113. It was Qamar who scored well for Emirates Reds, scoring 38 of 25. 18 came from the bat of Osama, 17 from Salman. He was not out till the end. Danny scored 18 as well. So contributions came from the top order, but it was just not enough. 7 extras and they managed to get to 99. That's the bowling card for Ajman. 5 bowlers used and they did the job for their side. A wicket for Shiraz Pia, but all of them were economical, barring Ankur Sangwan, who was tad expensive, giving away 13 in his each over and 27 overall in his 2 overs. Pick of the bowlers was Mohammad Ajmal, who bowled 2 overs, gave away 17 runs and got 2 wickets to his name as well. 7 extras conceded by Ajman, but they've still managed to restrict Emirates Reds to 99. So it was always going to be a tough task for the Reds to come out and bat, and Shiraz Pia bowled really well in the first over. However, it was all about bowling in the right channels and keeping that belief. Ajmal was the game changer when it came to the second innings, got a wicket and was amongst the wickets as well. Got 2 wickets to his name. Ankur Sangwan was hit for some runs by Qamar Hussain right at the top, but he did lose his shape on a few occasions and in the end gave away a simple catch to Adnan ul Mulk at short covers. Hisam was also hit for some runs, but it was always the pressure of that big target that they had to chase. In the end, Danny Bosson was bowled by Shiraz Pia in the last over. Match summary for you. Match number 2, it was Emirates Reds who won the toss, decided to bowl. Ajman getting to 113 thanks to a brilliant knock from Harshit Kaushik, scoring 91 runs of 40 deliveries. And the bowlers, well, they did their job, but the fielders didn't back them and dropped chances. Akasha Tahir and Abdullah Kayani amongst the wickets for Emirates Reds. In reply, the Emirates Reds get to 99 in their 10 overs. Kamar Hussain scoring 38, Danny and Osama scoring 18 each. Ajmal was the pick of the bowlers, getting 2 wickets to his name in his 2 overs. Ajman winning the game by 14 runs. Time for us to head along the sidelines for the post-match presentation with the one and only Mudassir Ali.
Hello and welcome to the post-match presentation of Game 2 of D10 2023. Emirates Reds taking on Ajman, and Emirates Reds winning the toss, inviting Ajman to post a total. They had a very ordinary start, losing couple of wickets at the score of 3. Then a brilliant partnership between Captain Adnan Mulk and Harshit Kaushik, rescuing the team and posting 113 on board in their allotted 10 overs. And the chase started. Kamar Hussain batted brilliantly for Emirates Reds, scoring quick 38 of 25 balls with the help of 5 fours and 1 6. But it wasn't enough today against Ajman. In the second innings, they just managed 99 for the loss of 3 in their allotted 10 overs. I am joined by our match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali, in the presentation party. And the man of the match goes to Harshit Kaushik for his brilliant unbeaten 91 of 40 balls with the help of 6 fours and 8 sixes. तीन रन 2 विकेट, उसके बाद काफी जबरदस्त पार्टनरशिप. तो क्या आप दोनों बात करें, क्योंकि 5 ओवर तक स्कोर ज्यादा नहीं आ रहा था.
बस यही था, मैं अभी थोड़ा सा टाइम लेने की कोशिश कर रहा था. हालांकि मेरा बॉलर लगा हुआ था लेफ्ट आर्म, मैं सोच भी रहा था, पर मुझे यही था कि अगर विकेट पे रहेंगे तो रन इस विकेट पे बनाना ज़्यादा मुश्किल नहीं है.
और काफ़ी डिपेंड होती है टीम आप पे, क्योंकि अभी आप जाने जाते हैं एक बिग हिटर की तरीके से. तो कितना आप एंजॉय करते हैं जब टीम आप पे निर्भर होती है?
एंजॉय काफ़ी अच्छा लगता है. सब बोलते हैं कि थोड़ा सा पूरा खेलेगा, तो मैं बिलीव दिखाते हैं मेरे ऊपर कि पूरा खेलेगा तो रन बना दूंगा मैं.
और हर्षित, बात करेंगे जिस तरीके की अभी ड्यू फैक्टर भी आ रहा है, तो क्या भी ये भी एक चीज़ थी जहाँ पे आपको मदद मिल रही, क्योंकि 5 कैचेस छोड़ेंगे आज आपके?
आप बिल्कुल, थोड़ा सा कैच ड्रॉप हुआ है मेरे तो, पर यही था कि मेरे को चांस लेना ही है. बॉल थोड़ा सा फंस रहा था, सूखा बॉल था, पर
आपने काफी बढ़िया खेला और उम्मीद करते हैं आज आपने 91 किया, अगले मैच में आप शतक जड़े. यहाँ पे ऑल द बेस्ट, डू वेल.
थैंक यू सो मच.
So the brilliant knock of Harshit Kaushik rescuing the team in their first game, Ajman winning against Emirates Reds. That's all we do have from the sideline presentation, and there's one more game lineup. Game number 3 will be played between Dubai taking on Fujairah. So stay tuned.